A truly wild start to the MLS Cup Playoffs. 27 goals scored in total across the 6 round 1 games. 3 of them went to extra time. 5 of the 6 decided by just 1 goal. So it's on to the conference semi-finals. We now go this week as we welcome in Herculez Gomez. Great to see you. First of all, are you a fan of this new format? Because these conference semi-finals is where it really starts to diverge from previous years, where it was a two-legged affair.
Adrian, always good to be with you. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this. 27 goals in all these games that we saw, 4.5 goals per game. That is insane. All we hear is how Major League Soccer regular season games don't mean anything. Well, finally, they do. You saw how the home teams advanced? All but one. It was the LA Galaxy beat Minnesota United. Playing home in a one-off like this is a huge benefit to these teams. It changes the dynamic. You can no longer rest and say, I have 90 more minutes. I have to be tactical about this. It's a two-legged affair. No. Now, every single goal changes these games, as we saw like in a game like Seattle. Even though Seattle was up by 2, that 1 goal by Dallas changes everything. It reverses the pressure. I love these games.
Well, tip of the cap to you, Herc. You went 6 for 6 with your predictions in round 1. Let's see if you can keep it perfect for the conference semi-finals. We'll go through the 4 games in chronological order, starting Wednesday with New York City FC hosting Toronto, albeit at a different home venue. It's at Citi Field in Queens, as opposed to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Toronto had their number in the regular season. You were a little on the fence picking New York City FC last week, Herc. Are you going to stick with them?
I'm going to stick with them. They've had longer rest. Their players are healthier. They've got, I want to say, arguably more of the star power if you look at the statistics. Ever Mitrita, Maxi Morales, and what he's been able to do this year. The best regular season record besides LAFC, because they're on another planet. But this team knows who they are. They know who they are at home, away. They play a certain system. And also, TFC's a little banged up. We don't know on short days rest how Michael Bradley would come to this game. Omar Gonzalez didn't play. Josie Alter did not play against DC United. How they will fare in this affair. If Josie Alter is not healthy, if Josie Alter is not in that game day, I don't give TFC a chance. This is New York City's to lose. They're just a better team right now at this moment.
Okay, Wednesday evening, Herc, the late one, Seattle and RSL. RSL beat Seattle 3-0 at home. Seattle beat them 1-0 at home. You have Seattle going all the way to the final last week. I assume nothing has happened to change your mind, although RSL are kind of playing with house money now, aren't they?
RSL, Freddie Juarez and RSL are definitely playing with house money. Listen, what they've been able to do, Krylik not being an actual 9 and just being a big-time player come playoff time. We saw what he did last year versus LAFC. Some wonderful golazos. This year versus Portland, just Johnny on the spot again. But like you said, house money, it's as good as it gets. Because Seattle at home, I think they're going on something like 11 post games unbeaten in what is the playoffs in Major League Soccer. They're one of the true just title contenders every year they play. They got some ridiculous record in all of North American Major League sports, where I think this is the 10th or 11th. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I think it's the 11th postseason they've been to consecutively. They just know who they are. I have them going to the MLS Cup final for a reason. Jordan Morris is getting hot at the right time. It's going to be Seattle.
Talking of MLS Cup finals, how about the holders, Herc? Atlanta United, they now play the Philadelphia Union, who again had their number during the regular season. You have Atlanta winning it all, but some injuries picked up as they squeeze past the Revs in the round 1 encounter. Have you changed your mind at all about Atlanta?
No, it's all right. They're missing 2 center backs. We don't know if they'll come back in time. Michael Parker's the shoulder and Miles Robinson with the hamstring. But you look at the other side and what Philly's been able to do. They're the ones playing with house money. Alejandro Bedoya is banged up. We don't know if he'll come back. They said it was cramp. It didn't look good to me. He's a warrior. I know he may come back, but will he be at 100%? And then Casper, the number 9. I just think this is Atlanta's to lose, especially at home. And we haven't even seen the best of Joseph Martinez yet. Watch out when he gets hot.
They just don't tend to concede goals, do they, Atlanta United in the postseason? And then finally, the pièce de résistance, Thursday night, for the first time in the postseason, the LA Derby, of course. How many times do we have to read about the fact that LAFC have not yet beaten the Galaxy in any meeting? Is that going to change, or are the Galaxy going to pull the upset again, Herc?
Well, there are those out there that'll say that the LA Galaxy have never beaten LAFC back in California, and that may be true. But LAFC has never beaten a team, never had a big game yet under Bob Bradley. There's never been a moment where it's gotten difficult for LAFC and they come out on top. Whether it's been RSL in the knockout round last year, whether it was Minnesota this year that they lost at home, whether it was any game they played against the Galaxy, for whatever reason, they just don't have that, or they haven't shown us that they have that in them. Plus, you put in the Zlatan factor. This man is obsessed with LAFC. He's obsessed with Carlos Vela, trying to prove that he's the best in the league. And if he's going to prove that, he has to prove it in this game. He said Major League Soccer games don't matter. He's finally in the playoffs, and he has a chance right now to prove that not only is he the best, but when it matters, he comes through the most. And I have LA Galaxy, and I have Zlatan Ibrahimovic proving it once again.
Oh, there you go. Going with the home teams, but going with the away team, LA in LA. Herc, thanks ever so much. See if you can keep your perfect record going. Atlanta and Philly, LAFC against the Galaxy, your doubleheader playoff action on ESPN2 and ESPN Thursday night.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.